Mark, following last weekend's game, how have the players and staff reflected and moved forward?
Usual things. We looked at we had a look back at the game. We looked at various aspects of it, and then we got to move on to training pretty quickly because things move fast. So, and next week's even faster because we've got 3 games. So it's a 3-game week. It's one of those where we got a chance for 9 points going into this weekend's fixture with Norwich, and we focused entirely on that really, and what we can do, how we move forward with it is always very, very similar. Obviously, we get the training week, we do the work, and then get ready for the fixture tomorrow.
In terms of Norwich City, they've collected 7 points from a possible 9 away from home this season. What have you made of their start to the campaign?
They again, you've just hit the nail on the head. They've been really good away from home in terms of the points that they've picked up. They've had some really tough games anyway, as we all have. But I think it's a really good club, Norwich. I know that from the spell that I had there back in the 90s, and they've had plenty of Premier League experience actually over a few seasons recently, or in the not too distant past, and change of ownership, change of management this summer. Obviously, there's been a turnover of squad players, as we all have, and they're a good side. I think they've with Josh Sargent. I think they've got certainly one of, if not the best striker in the division, and they're always a difficult proposition. And regardless of player turnover, they always bring in really good footballers, players that play in a good way that's generally always easy on the eye, and from that perspective, it's a really tough fixture for us or anybody that comes up against them. So we expect no different tomorrow, and as you say, 7 out of 9 away from home is a decent start for them, and we want to try and pick up our next 3 points as quickly as we can, especially after the reverse last weekend at QPR.
As you alluded to earlier, it's the start of a 3-game week. What sort of things do you go through your mind in terms of navigating through that period? Really,
the next game is the most important. There is an eye to what comes next, obviously, because you've got a really quick turnaround for Middlesbrough on Tuesday. But I can't look beyond this weekend's fixture, so all focus is on that.
Some of the old players paid a visit to Clayton Wood early in the week. What was it like for yourself, the players and the staff to meet them and gain a deeper understanding of what it means to play for the football club?
I think really just chatting to them was brilliant. It was great to see them to start with. I think when you've played the game at the level that they did, and in the teams that they played in, obviously there are a lot of really good people there that just want the best for Stoke City. And one of the plays I watched as a really young man was Jimmy Greenhoff, and it was brilliant to see him amongst the others. And I think that I think generally they all enjoyed the morning. They watched some training. They stayed indoors and watched it. But it was really good to see them. And I think obviously when you get those stories, it's really important. It's the history of the football club. The massive part of the history and successful teams that Stoke City have had, and I think it's important that you remain connected with that. And I thought it was brilliant, and hopefully we'll get to see a lot more of them over the coming weeks and months.
Talking of connection, it's the annual community fixture on Saturday. The Stoke City Community Trust has been rebranded as the Stoke City Foundation. From your first few months here at the club, what have you made of the city and its people?
It's a fantastic place. The people are passionate. They're desperate for success. It's not too dissimilar to many other hard-working cities and towns across the country, but they are unique, in the fact that they support Stoke City Football Club, and they want the best for their football club, and they want to see it at the top end of this division, so we can get into the next level. But they have been really smart. They understand what's happening and what we're trying to achieve, and they're backing it. And obviously we have to be patient, because we again, incremental is the word, and it's a real key word. But they see that, and they're right behind it, which can only help everybody that's involved.
How important is the role that the football club plays in the community, do you feel?
Massive. You know, I think it bridges a gap, gets people involved in community projects, into things that people hold dear, also things that they're finding difficult. We can shine a light on that and try and help wherever we possibly can do. And I think that you know, with sport, with football in particular, it does bridge that gap really, really well. There's a lot of really good work by a lot of people that work in the background, but people that are front and centre of it, and who engage with the people of Stoke-on-Trent and its communities, and obviously we can help by visiting, by having those connections, making those connections with people, which really help. And our aspiration is to make sure that we're in. Whilst we've got a really successful team on the pitch, that's key to everything, but also to try and make a difference to people's lives every day.